Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eichenberry in real life, and welcome to another Q&A session for Neos Land. We're focusing on the Kickstarter. And I'd like to welcome today everybody here that is live in the Hangout. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, Marcus.
Hey.
Hey, Marcus.
So they're all afraid to speak because of the technical problems we've had today. But Saint used his heavenly powers and he magically fixed it for us. So we owe him a debt of gratitude, maybe a little bit more horse dung.
No.
Exactly what I want.
Since apparently it is about to be the most valuable item in the game. And let me explain. So, Jacques, we have our daily rewards that are resetting. You know, after the first 24 hours, one of these rewards is being removed. There's 30 rewards, and so the campaign goes for 30 days. So today is now day 29, which means one of the rewards have been removed. And this time tomorrow, it'll be another one that's removed, so it'll be 28. And we were talking about horse dung, and we've been making a lot of fun of it. And you say this is officially what's being removed today.
Yeah, that's correct. There's only be 112 horse dung in the game ever.
Oh,
So,
oh.
so it's going to be a very unique and very expensive item.
Yeah. And somebody here is about to be like a billionaire in game over this.
Yeah. With
It's
horse
not
dung.
me.
Somebody
It's not-
cornered the market and they came up with a brilliant idea. So
Yeah, somebody in a purple shirt. No naming anybody. All he does is laugh.
Well, he owns 10% of the market
I'm
now
happy.
at the moment.
Oh my, oh my. Okay, so Fez, do you please plead guilty?
I do, yes.
Yes. Okay.
I
Good
got a
man.
few-
That was very creative.
I got a few pledges. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, he pledged a couple of accounts. So, very good, very good. Okay, so, well, now that's interesting. So this horse dung better be awesome shit. Dun, dun. Okay, so. Now that we're back on track and everything, and the next item that we haven't talked about yet in these daily rewards is a cooking pot. And why do I want a cooking pot?
Well, if you are going to do any cooking as a skill, you're definitely going to need some pots and so on. But this one will have some special added abilities. It'll give you, like, if you cook certain ingredients stuff, it'll add a certain extra buff to it, which you won't be getting in any other pots that you do. They'll just be normal cooking ones that does basic stuff, basic cooking buffs.
So, so for everybody who gets one of these, and if they're a chef in the game or whatnot, because food is going to have multiple uses. I mean, sustenance,
Yeah.
but also some food will be able to have buffs and things like that. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So. This will help with that. So maybe only the people who own these special cooking pots will have the whatever buff, the buff of breadcrumbs, the breadcrumb buff, help you find your way home. Oh,
Yeah, and it'll also make the food and stuff that you make, in it very sought after, right? Because it'll have additional buff to it, right? So if you start selling it, it's going to be a good tool to use for generating extra income in the game.
and if I wanted to, let's just say that I'm really not into cooking at all. Can I sell this cooking pot to another player in the game?
Yeah, you certainly can.
And can they lose that cooking pot in any way?
No, all items that you get in the Kickstarter rewards is basically you can't lose it from if you get killed or something like that. It always stays with you. So just to make sure that people don't lose stuff that they got from the Kickstarter.
Speaking of losing things, I have the first question of the show. I don't want to say people are dumb, but that's really what I am saying. I'll just be honest. People are going to be dumb, and they're going to use really insecure passwords, or they are going to accidentally expose their login and password to the public, or They're going to use their login and password that they use in the forums, in some fan site. They're going to use it in the game and everything, and people are going to get their accounts hacked. I think no game is immune to this.
No.
I think that there's a lot of things that we can do to help mitigate that, but what are we going to do for those players who, I won't call them dumb anymore, I'll just say those players who make a mistake and get their account hacked? What happens if my account gets hacked and they delete my characters and they sell off all of my stuff?
Well, one thing we definitely can do is we can monitor each player and see exactly what has been done, what he's did in the world at any given time. We have the monitoring software already for that set up. So we can literally see, somebody hacked your account and you say, oh, they did it on this time or whatever. We can follow through with that and do an investigation into that, and see what we get from that, right? And then accordingly, we will most probably, depending on what it is and so on, we'll help the player back get his stuff back again and somehow and get everything working again. Because we can see who you trade with, where it went from there. We can literally follow anything that's done in the world to a T.
Okay. And what do you tell me on the third time my account gets hacked?
Well, on the first time already, we will be telling you to change your password and stuff, right? So you'll definitely be changing things, right? So if it happens on the third time, we'll definitely investigate a little bit more and see, why that's happening and stuff like that, right? So
maybe there needs to be a fee or something like that that goes up each time, kind of like the alarm companies do here in the United States, or the cities that control alarm permits. What they do is, like, first alarm is free, second alarm is free, but then you get a warning, third alarm in a year, and they charge you for the time that the police did to dispatch people and investigate. And then if it happens again, they fine you on top of it, like an extra $100 each time. And it's it may not be fair to somebody who's the victim of being hacked or whatever, but at the same time, we can't expect the company to go to a huge expense every time and lose a whole lot of money on that. So that's just my opinion. Correct. I'll let you dictate how that actually works, but
I also do think that it's important to investigate properly to see, if one person gets hacked and we can figure out how that happened, right? We can prevent that for other people too, right? So that'll definitely be a priority for us to do that.
And will you have, once the funding is done here and we're building the game, will you have people dedicated to anti-fraud, anti-hacking, and security of the game?
Yeah, we already got somebody that's lined up for that. That's already working and doing things like that.
Okay.
It's dedicated to that.
Good. I'm glad you're thinking about that already. Okay. So that makes me feel better. Now I can accidentally broadcast my password on Twitch. I hope that you'll make the login screen a separate screen from the actual game screen. That way, us broadcasters who attach to it, it won't show our credentials.
Yeah, that's correct.
So, yeah. So there are some games that do show our credentials when we make a mistake, and I have made that mistake before. So, yes, even me, not immune. Okay, so we've got a great lineup of people here, and let's see if we can get everybody a chance to get something asked and answered. And one of you can chime in first. I'm throwing the ball to you guys. Who's catching?
I guess I will do first.
Okay. Hello, Oleg. How are you?
I'm actually Russian, so sorry for my accent.
That's okay. We like Russians too. So the Russian gaming market, I think, is very, very large. Is that correct?
Not really, but yeah, we have some great games like World of Tanks. Actually, it was a Russian game sometimes.
Yep, I've played it. I like it.
Yeah, I saw your videos.
Oh yeah. So Oleg, what question do you have today?
I had a question about mercenaries. Will there be something like contract or something like that, so that some guy can pay me for killing some other guy?
So, like, I think we've turned that as bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And mercenary might be a great title for someone who does that instead of bounty hunter. I think mercenary sounds better. Yeah. So is that a profession that Oleg that you want to choose to work on?
I would love to.
Will you be doing PvP as well? Like, will you kill indiscriminately or only under contract?
I don't really know. I guess if they pay me good stuff, then only contracts.
And should so this is a question for you, Oleg. If we have reputation, and like let's say that you just go out and kill an innocent person, and so your reputation goes down, but you're a mercenary and you receive a contract where you're paid to go out and kill somebody, should that kill that you make on that other person, should that affect your reputation at all?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I'm just
I would
wondering
think-
if it should.
I think it should raise my reputation as a mercenary, a bounty hunter.
May
that,
also lower your reputation though if they're a good guy.
Yeah, it depends most probably on the bounty, right? That's put on the person, right? If you put a bounty on somebody that stole stuff from you and he's a bad guy, then it will be a positive, and if he's a good guy, then it'll be a negative, right?
Yeah.
But there should be also a reputation, like someone can look my stats and see like I'm professional mercenary, I can kill everyone and something like that, or I'm a noob and I die.
Yeah, I totally think that you should be able to have like a resume or a CV of your
Killing.
professional history. Yeah. We should have kill boards or whatever where we can look up a character, see how many times you've been killed, how many other people you've killed. And mine's going to be awful. I'm going to be at the top of the charts for people dying. It just sucks. But at least we'll be able to claim fame to something. Worst player in the game.
Well, you can hire me and I will protect you.
Oh, okay. There we go. My mercenary bodyguard.
In game.
Yes, or I'll just have you go out after everybody that kills me, and then they'll think twice about doing it again.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Oleg, thank you for that question. So,
Yeah.
Casper, how are you today?
I'm good, Marky. Thank you.
Oh yeah, this is No Way NL, right? I recognize the voice.
Yeah, that's correct.
And
Well-
you do YouTube content, right?
Oh yeah, I make some YouTube content of the games that I play lately. That's most likely Infestation and 7 Days to Die at the moment.
And you're Netherlands, correct?
Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so what attracts you to this game? Why are you here? Why pay any attention to it?
Well, this game is different than any other game. The opportunities that this game gives attracts me the most, and I want to be a part of it. That's for sure. I'm gonna pledge my Kickstarter donation this week, so I hope I don't lose too many gifts.
Yeah. Well, actually, if you get the $10 pledge in right now, then you're locked in on the gifts, and then you can up it to a higher level.
Okay.
Later. Yeah.
Also, thing to notice that Kickstarter won't charge you for any pledges you do now until it's done. So, if you're waiting for money to come in or something, it doesn't matter as long as it gets, you have money before the Kickstarter ends. That's all. It doesn't charge anything at the moment. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're right about that. So I guess I will do it after the show then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Make sure you get those rewards.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
No Way. Now, I've seen some of your content and everything. Would you be interested in joining the team of people making content for Neosland?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I
Okay.
want to be, like I said, I want to participate in this game, and I want to create content and spread the word out. And I'm thinking of making some Dutch videos to spread the
Okay.
word out in the Netherlands. So I hope we get a big fan base here. It's always good to have some Dutchies in the game. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, good, good. Glad to have you here. So, what kind of question do you have for us today?
well, I want to add something up on the previous question. You were saying that you want to be the top killer in the game. So if someone puts a hit out on you or a reward, would I get more positive reputation if I kill the top leader? For example, if I kill the number 10 ranked killer, I think it should give you more positive reputation. Because the guy is killing a lot of people, and you're risking your life out there to get him. So,
So,
It should-
There'd definitely be a risk and reward situation, right? Like that's what we're
Yeah.
trying to do with a lot of things. So yeah, if you have a bigger reward, I would definitely think that we would add it in that you can do that, right? That you get additional rep and stuff like that according to your risk that you're taking.
I would
Yeah.
also think that that there would be people that would try abuse like rep farming or whatnot, and so I would think that also something should be put in place where the higher the rep of the person, the larger the bounty has to be, or
Yeah.
the more money has to, it needs to involve a gold sink, and to keep people from farming it.
yeah, that
So-
sounds interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're number one most glorious person in the game and somebody places a bounty on you, it's going to cost them a lot to do it. And maybe a lot of that money will go to waste or go to the in-game government. And
you get
maybe
your
not to the
revenge.
mercenary, but the mercenary would be paid well. So
And I would also think we could link that directly to the people that's putting up the bounty, right? So if you put a bounty on a big hit on somebody and they get killed, from somebody that took your bounty, you could get some rep from it too, and vice versa. If you want to assassinate somebody and you put a bounty just to kill somebody that's a normal person, it works the other way, right? So you get a negative reputation, to become like worse person than normal.
So if I put out hits on a whole bunch of people and pay a whole bunch of people to do that, could I end up with the title of like Godfather?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, I have nothing to do with it. Yes, Godfather. Yes, Godfather. Okay. Well, that could be cool. That could be cool. We'll have to design that up.
Yeah, do a roundtable on it.
Yeah, to do a roundtable on that and come up with some suggestions. And Oleg and Noe, you should both, if you can both attend that one, I think that would be a great one to have you at. So,
Oh yeah, sure.
yeah.
When would it be?
Yeah, so we'll have to figure out when that'll be. I'm going to start on my Twitch channel. I will start listing the subjects for the roundtables. We're going to actually do probably, I think, 6 roundtables a week while the Kickstarter is going. And so, and I know both of you guys are, European time zones, so I will try and schedule that one in, your early evening or whatever, so that most chance of you guys making it.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, so, yeah, okay. Okay, so, hello Dan, how are you today?
Oh, hello. I'm good. Yes.
So what's on your mind today?
I was, like in general or about the game.
Well, so this is kind of a Q&A session, and so what is it you're burning to know about the game that you don't know yet?
Well, I was, I don't know if the question's already been asked, but I was wondering about kind of how it would, like, if you get killed. Oops, shit, sorry. If you get killed, like, do you lose all of your stuff, or do you keep it and you can't ever lose it, or do you lose, like, I think Guild Wars 2, I think it has you lose durability on armor if you die,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of what's like
Jacques,
that
you
stuff.
want to cover that?
Well, I know we did a bunch of roundtables. A lot of people want to lose everything, but we also don't want to have it that you know, just for the people that's just doing PvE stuff, right? We don't want to have them lose it all, you know, right off the bat. So I think we're still going to do one more roundtable just to finalize that, you know. But I would say it will be in between, you know. I think there was some options that somebody had in regards to, you know, a percentage of what you're losing, and they were talking about if you tag yourself as PvE or as PvP in it to lose certain things on that, depending on what you tagged at.
That's it was Frank is his name who came up with that idea in another show for another game, and I will see if I can get him in here to help with that because he had a brilliant idea on that. So.
You say about kind of switching tags from PvP to PvE. How would you would there be anything to stop people exploiting that? Like if they got if they're tagged as PvP and they had somebody come after them or something, could they just switch to PvE until the person leaves, or would there be a time limit, say, on it?
Well, at this point, you know, that saying that doesn't mean that's what we're going to put in the game. It was just an idea that somebody had that we were looking at, right? Because we do want to have PvE, I mean PvP, pretty much everywhere in the game, and so far we had it is where there's guards or certain structures and so on. You know, it'll not prevent you from attacking somebody, but if you attack somebody, there's a good chance you might be seen and get killed yourself, right?
Okay.
So, but I mean, like Marcus said, you know, we definitely want to do another discussion on it because that's a very it's a subject that we have to make sure that we get it right on the first time, right, before we do anything, right? So there's definitely need some more talking about it and figuring out how we're going to make sure that everybody is covered.
So, yeah, and that's a subject we'll have to get deeper into. Also, I've been trying to each one of the videos that we've been putting up, I've been making notes of every single subject that we've discussed in every single one of these videos. And so maybe I need to write that up and post it in the forums or something and link to each one of the videos. We will discuss that more. We have discussed it a little bit, and you know, we'll just keep working on that, and we'll flesh that out. And if that's something that's important to you, then we can. You know, hopefully you can make it to the live show for that when we discuss it more, and we'll take it from there. I can say that we're going to be publishing a schedule probably tomorrow that'll go through the rest of the Kickstarter campaign, and we're going to focus on time zones, different time zones on different days. And we will try and hit prime time in most countries. I don't know what time prime time is going to be for like Australia and stuff. I'm not sure I want to do a show at 3 a.m. my time, but we're gonna try, and they're going to be different times, and I'll try and you know, Dan, what time zone are you in? And I'll see if I can list this one in your time zone.
I'm in GMT at the moment, but
You're in 0 GMT?
Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
hang on. No, I might be in
Are-
No, it's
British
+1 GMT.
sometime.
British, you're +1 GMT.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I'm
yeah.
American, and I know that better than you.
Oh gosh.
So no, that's okay. That's okay. So I'm just making notes, and you know, I can't. We won't be able to get everything just right for everybody, but that'll be our goal. So okay. So we will have more on that, and I will try and schedule that during your prime time, your early evenings. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Dennis. How are you? Dennis is quiet. Okay, well, I'm not sure about this person's name, but first name of Foamy?
Yes, that isn't my real name, but
Ah,
I'll go with it.
well, you know.
We'll go with Charlie.
Charlie. Okay, Charlie, what's on your mind today?
Well, I don't know that much about the game so far, but so my question is going to be pretty simple. But I'd just like to know. Hopefully, by the time the game comes out, I'll have a better computer. But right now, I only have a laptop, so I was just wondering how the game will sort of be for people who don't have very high specs.
So system requirements. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, as we get closer to the release, you know, we obviously will start posting down some system requirements, right? But because we're doing different versions of the game, and some of them is for browser-based, you know, it's very optimized versions also, you know, which will most probably, you know, be pretty good for lower systems and so on. So we definitely be optimizing it and getting it as much as possible, as low as possible systems that people can play on it, right? We will have options in it where you can switch between a different looks and so on, right? To also get to be able to play pretty smoothly on a lower system with a good frame rate. So those are all things that we're looking at, but we haven't got a set system analysis right now because we have to do that when we get closer to release date.
Okay, well, that sounds good for now. And obviously, I need to look a bit more at the game or hang around in just chat for a bit more to actually know some more interesting questions for next time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
if you are thinking of supporting, put in like the $10 bid, and that'll lock in all of your stuff, and then you have the rest of the campaign to decide whether or not you want to move to another level, or you're just given like a $10 love pledge.
Yeah, that reminds me. I had another question,
Uh-huh.
which is another simple one, but I also missed the explanation for what the daily items thing is.
Basically, if you get in today, there's 29 days left. Then there's
So
29 rewards. Tomorrow it'll be 28 days left, and there'll
So
be
will the
28
Kickstarter
rewards.
is the Kickstarter just recording everyone who enters to give them the items for that?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
right, all right then.
Once you enter it, it puts you down as a pledger, right? You have a ranking, and it also sets the time to it, so we can see which times is it. So every day, one reward gets removed. So you know, you only get the rewards on the day that you pledged, basically. And we're working on a 24-hour clock system, so it's not actually a day as such, but 24 hours from the time the Kickstarter started. So one day will be 24 hours from that, you know, and then so on and so on.
Okay. Well, I'll probably put my pledge in sometime around now then.
Sometime
good.
around right now. Okay.
Yes, but I do have to go right now. So
Okay. Well,
Bye.
thank you for joining us. So.
Oh,
Okay.
can I slightly hijack his question about system requirements and ask about platform support? Is it multi-platform and everything?
Yeah, it will be coming out on PC, Linux, and Mac, as well as we're going to have a browser version of it as well. So it's multiple platforms, yeah.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and we may, Jacques, isn't it correct to say we can have some limited support for like iOS and Android, where we can make some connections in with that?
There's definitely going to be something that you connect with the game somehow. With those
So we might be able
right?
to, manage our vendors or shop inventory or something from your phone.
Yeah, definitely,
stuff you can do from work when you should be working. And what about console support?
Oh, we can't say anything now, but we haven't pushed out any rewards stretch goals yet. But I think there is going to be some stretch goals with console support, maybe.
See, I've already ordered an Xbox One, and it would be grand. My front room has this big blank wall, and I have a projector on the other side. And so when we turn that on, it's like an 8-foot diagonal screen. And wouldn't it be glorious to be able to play the game sitting on the couch with like an 8-foot screen? Surround sound
Yeah, and
system.
also there will be some stuff in it with Oculus Rift. So
okay.
definitely looking at that.
From the smallest to the biggest.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So Fez, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks. Yep.
Yeah. So I hear that you're going to be quite the merchant, and you're going to really rake in the bucks in the game.
Yes.
Congratulations! You made the very first move in the game.
Yeah.
You know
Thank
that?
you very much.
I think you probably made the first strategic move in the game in existence. So maybe you can claim that title.
There'll be a special title for me then.
So, okay. So Fez, what are you going to do in the game? What do you think you're going to do? Do you think you're going to be a merchant, or you think you're going to what is it you're going to start with?
I like to basically collect resources, build stuff, especially buildings. So I feel that I'll probably start buying up land, building houses, and selling them on.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even think about that. Building houses and then so you'll be like a commercial developer. You know, I just was up the street the other day. I live next to farmland, and I was just driving home and I saw a sign go up in this field that's a cow pasture that says there's 2,000 homes going to be built there in the next year. And I thought to myself, holy cow. No pun intended about the farm cows, but and so would you envision yourself doing something like that, like maybe building a community and then selling off the property or renting houses or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, probably to start with, it'll be a case of building a few houses or farms, selling them on, and then later on maybe build a town, and then rent a town out to a guild or numerous people. But yeah, I'd like to sort of try and build little towns or villages around and then sell them on or rent them out.
That sounds really interesting. So what draws you here today? What's on your mind?
More to do with costing of land parcels. How much would a land parcel cost? And then I suppose really the main thing is, and I think we sort of skipped over it a few times, is what the currency is going to be. I know a lot of people want Dung to be currency, but I doubt that will happen.
Well, you'll have the most currency then. What are you wanting?
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, are they just going to be like basic gold, silver, and bronze, or are they going to be special items or special made items, or is people allowed to dig up gold from mines and then make coins?
Well, that's one thing. I don't think we have done a roundtable yet on currency, actually.
We haven't. How the currency
I
system
mean,
should work.
at the moment we were looking at like gold and so on, right? But I mean, depending on how the roundtable goes, because we definitely have to do one on that, decide what currencies we can do, right? I mean, there's lots of options, and I don't want to say anything now because I'd rather see what the roundtables come up with, But I don't want to guide the people to thinking how I'm thinking, but there's some options in it.
And that's how we've been doing this, because in the roundtables where we do the brainstorming, we actually do not allow the devs to participate. They are watch only, and then yeah.
I can say that currency can be it's a very flexible system that we have in our engine, so it can be a lot of things.
That's good, yeah.
It can be the size of the dung nugget.
I've played Worm Online, and you can actually mine up silver and turn it into silver coins as currency. It does take a lot to get one silver coin, and pretty much no one ever does it because it takes so much effort to get it, and there's other ways to make the money, but that is the option as well.
Yeah, that'll make sense, though, right? Everything in the game is what makes sense, right, to do things. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I have that marked down for a round table. So, okay, yeah. Cause? Drunken cause? Are we drunken at the moment?
No, I'm not drunk.
Okay, cool. And you have a working microphone, which is great.
Yes, I do.
So what's on your mind today?
What's on my mind is transportation in the game. Like, what forms of transportation are we going to have? Is there going to be flying, traveling by horse, carriages, stuff like that? Or is that something we're going to go over in a future roundtable?
I think we've already done some transportation on roundtables and stuff. So we're looking at like horses, like mounted animals, right? As the one transportation. Definitely like carriages and wagons and stuff like that. Flying, I don't think at this point we're going to have flying in it. But I mean, it all depends on the future, right? Definitely seafaring ships and stuff like that, vehicles, vessels. There's going to be some portals, transportation, but the way we're looking at designing that is the portals won't be available right off the bat, right? The first people that get in there is gonna be basically the people that molds the world to how it's gonna end up being, right? So the first portals and stuff, you have to first you gotta look for portals, and if you find a portal, right, you're gonna be a community event to get that portal to work and stuff like that. And also the way of traveling. We were looking at I know the roundtables were looking at having different like stones or like different codes and stuff for each portal. So you have to learn the codes to actually go to that specific portal. So it's a distance thing. Also, distance will ask you a certain amount of cost involved to that. So, and also you won't be able to take certain weights of stuff maybe through the portals, because we want to encourage the traveling of and using of moving stuff, to create a different economy for those people that want to do stuff like that, like move stuff between two locations and so on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we will be talking more about that in the future too. Probably defining each one of the things. I mean, we may look at we may do a whole roundtable just on horse carts. So we're going to make the best damn horse carts there are, and and what should be fun about them, what should be what should be work about them, and everything. So okay, Santos, do you have stuff queued up? Saint, do you have stuff queued up? We're pretty
Yes,
much
I
out
do,
of
actually.
time. Okay, so I think that how many questions have you got?
About 7.
7. Okay. Well, here's what I'm thinking. Maybe I think that if Oleg and No Way are available, that we could in the next show actually do the roundtable for Mercenaries, and just do that right now. And we can let Jacques go and work and manage some things, and then the questions we can get them in a little bit later, maybe tomorrow's show or something like that. Does that sound good to everyone?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So this will be the end of this episode. Jacques, you can take off and you can just watch while you're managing. I don't know, Kickstarter terminology stuff. I don't know.
That's lots to do, believe me.
Yeah, I know there's lots to do. Yeah, and and you guys who are here, please hang around. And if you're watching this live, you can join up if you want to talk about Mercenaries. And when the show comes back in a few minutes live, we'll be talking about that. If you're watching it on YouTube, well then just subscribe so that you're alerted of the next episode, and that's how it'll go. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Jacques.